Hello friends. Welcome. Today we will recap 2022 Danish crime drama Loving Adults. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The movie opens with a man recollecting an intriguing case he once investigated involving a married couple, Christian and Leonora. We are introduced to a man who plans to kill his wife, Leonora, in a hit-and-run accident during her daily run. The narrative then shifts to Christian and Leonora lying in bed late at night. Christian's phone notifications trigger a heated argument that culminates in his phone being thrown against the wall. Leonora becomes suspicious of his fidelity. The following morning, Christian, who works at a successful engineering firm, is seen intimately engaging with a co-worker named Xenia. Leonora, driven by her suspicions, searches for evidence and ultimately catches them having sex in Christian's cabin at a party hosted by his colleague, Peter. Christian confesses his affair to Leonora, but she retaliates by threatening to expose a fraud he committed years ago to the police. Trapped in a classic catch-22 situation, Christian faces the prospect of losing his true love and serving prison time. In an attempt to make Leonora understand his predicament, he seeks the help of one of her old friends, who shares rumors of an urban legend suggesting Leonora murdered a former lover during her teenage years. Frustrated by the lack of solutions, Christian decides to murder Leonora in what appears to be a hit-and-run accident during her daily run. However, he later discovers that Leonora is alive. She had chosen a different route that day. In a distressing twist, Christian realizes that he has unintentionally killed someone else. The police become involved, and the narrator of the story is revealed to be the investigating officer. Leonora becomes curious when she learns that the victim was a mother of 3, and the investigation suggests that the perpetrator may have fled in a white van. Leonora gradually realizes that it was Christian who committed the murder, possibly intending to kill her instead. She finds evidence to support her suspicions, confronts him, and flees from the house in his car, bewildered. Later that evening, Leonora meets Christian in a restaurant and proposes a plan to provide him with an alibi and murder Xenia to end the adulterous affair. She offers to be his accomplice, hoping that he will return to his family in return. Leonora reveals how she had previously used sound to create her own alibi when she was involved in the murder of her ex-boyfriend, Mike. She appears to have a foolproof plan. Leonora has a meticulous plan to extricate Christian from his affair with Xenia. She intends to have Xenia murdered and stage the crime scene as a burglary. Leonora emphasizes that the family is all they have and that they should strive to stay together as a unit. However, it becomes apparent that Leonora may have unresolved mental health issues from her past, possibly stemming from a previous act of jealousy that led her to kill her former boyfriend. The exact reasons are not explicitly stated in the film, but it becomes evident that Leonora is willing to go to extreme lengths to salvage her marriage, even if it means sacrificing an innocent life, her husband's trust, and their love. The couple pretends to enjoy a relaxing weekend away from the city, creating an alibi for Christian. Meanwhile, Christian meets Xenia at her cabin and confesses his love for her, apologizing for not having contacted her. He abandons the idea of killing her, keeps her away from her phone to prevent her from seeing a message Leonora sent from his phone, and instead engages in a sexual encounter with her. While Xenia goes to freshen up in the bathroom, Leonora sneaks up behind her and fatally stabs her. She tells Christian that she knew he wouldn't be able to go through with it. Distraught, Christian kneels on the floor, holding Xenia's lifeless naked body before they proceed with the rest of their plan. When the police arrive at Xenia's cabin the next day, alerted by the neighbors about a burglary, they find the place spotless and Xenia missing. They discover the last text message from Christian on Xenia's phone and proceed to investigate her death at Christian and Leonora's house. Although the police seem suspicious during the interrogation, the couple's alibi appears solid. They admit to being aware of the affair and explain that the romantic retreat was an attempt to reconcile their marriage. The officers leave to search for Xenia's body, hoping its discovery would link Christian and Leonora to her murder. On the day of the midsummer festivities, Christian and Leonora participate in lighting a bonfire on a platform in the middle of a lake. As the police start searching the woods near the lake, Christian sails towards the bonfire to ignite it. The climax reaches its peak as Christian sets fire to the bonfire while the police arrive at the lake's shore. It is later revealed that Xenia's body was hidden within the pile of wood intended for the bonfire. Disheartened, the police conclude that they must have been led astray. In the end, the narrator and his daughter, who is about to get married, Reflect on the story and wonder about the fate of Xenia's remains. The moral of the story is simple: love breeds jealousy, and jealousy often leads to crime. Loving Adults takes many convoluted twists and turns to arrive at its conclusion, mirroring the meandering nature of life itself. The end.